What's up, squash players? It's Pierre. I'm doing a roundup review of the 3 new Tecnifibre Carboflex Airshaft models, the top 3 rackets in the range. Thanks again to Tecnifibre for sending me these. These came out in 2020, and right after they did, it was a pandemic. I have had limited encore time with these as a result, but I have hit with all 3 of them on court at this point in solo hitting, and I also hit with them outside somewhat, which you might see in some of the prior reviews. Actually, I did individual reviews of all these, which you can check out. Even though it was a limited amount of hitting on court, I do feel like I've got a sense of these, and here is my feedback. First, let me go through the similarities of these. They're all about the same balance, 53-54% of the weight in the head according to my measurements. I like that, just a little bit of weight in the head to kind of guide your shots. All the rackets feel stiff and solid in a way that I like, very low vibration. I put that down to the quality of the construction on these, as well as the so-called extended string holes. That's a new concept this year. I think that has kept the vibrations even lower than usual in these rackets, and I think they were already pretty on the stiffer side to begin with. They also have a new string this year, which might be contributing to that feel, which is the Dynamics VP. Whatever it is, overall, it just felt nice and crisp and solid, and all 3 of the rackets were good that way. These are high-end rackets. They are these 2 models, the 125 and the 125 NS are $220 in the US, and the 130 is $200. So they're on the more expensive side in the market. My personal favorite is the 125 NS, the Sherbini model, and really it's just on account of the thinner grip. I measured it as 9.5 centimeters around versus these guys, which are 10.25. So it's a small difference, but once I put on an overgrip, which I always play with to control sweat, it pretty much ends up about the same feel as what you might feel this one as if you use it without an overgrip. So that's just personal preference for how I like to keep my racket with the overgrip. My second favorite was the 125, light, maneuverable, and the only real difference was the grip, in my opinion, between this and the NS version, in terms of why I like the NS better. But if you want a normal size grip, this would probably be the one for you. I personally like the cosmetics of the Sherbini one a little better too, with the teal and the black and stuff versus the blue, but it's a minor, well, it's only a cosmetic difference, and the blue one still looks pretty sweet as well. The 130, even though it's only a couple grams, like all in on my scale, it's only a couple grams heavier than the 125 NS. It felt heavier when I was hitting. I don't know if that's my mind playing tricks on me knowing this was the 130, but I just appreciated the lighter feel of the 125 models when I was on court. Maybe it's also just coming back into squash after a few months off, just needing a little bit of a lighter racket while I'm building my strength back up. I don't know. Sometimes I like a little heavier one, but in this case, it was the 125 models that I preferred. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed these roundups. I'll put some links below the video if you want to know where to buy these rackets. Go out and get them if you want the latest and hottest models from Tecnifibre and the rackets that Sherbagi's brothers and Sherbini and many others are playing with. Hope that was helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.